Well, we're getting ready to start the 2014-2015 high school athletic season, and Hononegah has a new athletic director. His name is Steve Cofoid, and he takes over for the retiring Jay Lauscher. And good luck, Steve. I know it's a lot of work, and I think maybe you're finding that out as the season starts, huh?
Yes, it is. I'm busy every day, and learning new things every day as I go along here.
How much did it help that you've been there for a while? You're a graduate of Hononegah. You've been there as an assistant principal, and you had Jay there this last year to kind of help answer questions or give you advice or whatever. Did that help a lot with the transition, you think?
Yeah, I think me being here, I know most of the coaches and. On a personal level, and that's a big help. And working with Jay the last few months here a little bit more closer, that has helped. I still got a lot to learn, but that was a great help in that transition for sure.
As I understand, you were a former athletic director at North Boone. Has things changed since you were an athletic director over there as a job and how you do things?
Well, there's some things that are the same, but that was at a much smaller scale than I'm at here now. I mean, we had 200 students in the whole school when I was athletic director there, and we've got 200 kids on one varsity roster now, so or on the whole football program now. So it's a big difference in that aspect, and just the numbers and the amount of activities we have. Yeah.
You look at the Hononegah program, it's not like you have to come in and reshape it and get it to the top of its form. They've done real well in the Nick 10 All Sports Trophy, so you come into a program that is pretty well in good shape right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, we've got some great coaches who are dedicated and put a lot of time in, and we've got good student athletes that work hard for us, and parent support. So it's a great organization to be part of.
It's got to be exciting to come in now. Like you said, you know all the coaches and all the kids. How do you look forward to this first year? What's some of the goals and plans that you might have in place for the Indians?
Well, this first year for me, like I said earlier, is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So I don't have any plans to make any overhauls of anything. This, like you said, it's a very good organization. We've had good success. So I'm just going to take a lot of stuff in this year, sit back and learn some more things, and then maybe just make some moves based on what I see this year.
You look at the Go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you look at the Nick 10, it's a very successful conference. Have some of the athletics directors offered to give you a little bit of support as you get into this new role?
I've reached out a couple times to the Nick 10 ADs for certain things and questions that I don't know the answers to. I've made a lot of calls to Jay in Florida to help me out with those things too. But it's a good group of guys that are ADs in the Nick 10. I've been to a couple meetings. I went with Jay in the spring. And I went to one other one since then too. So good group of guys. I'm looking forward to working with them as well.
You went to school there, played athletics there. It's got to be pretty exciting for a grad and an alumni to be a part of the program this way.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, being able to come back to your high school and get involved with the athletics again, that was always an important part of my life. So that is pretty cool for me.
Last year, scheduling seemed to be an issue for all the coaches. We had a kind of a weird winter. The first week of football, we had thunder and lightning and had to change when football was played and stuff like that. Are you running into any of that now with the scheduling issues at Hononegah?
I haven't had too many. Jay did a nice job of leaving me with all the schedules intact for this year. So there's going to be some minor changes, I'm sure, and I've ran into a few now, but he left me in good hands there. So that's been relatively a smooth transition.
And he gave you his number from Florida. I'm very impressed, Steve, that he would do that.
Yeah, well, he might regret that, but he's always willing to help. He's been great with that.
A lot of the things that we talk about in the area is the new turf football field that Harlem's getting and East and that all the Rockford schools have right now. Is that something that's been put on your table maybe for the future of getting a nice turf field out of Hononegah? Because that field does take a lot of abuse with all the games being played on it.
Yeah, it's something that's been brought up in the past. I'm not exactly sure where we're at with that. I believe the board has approved a feasibility study to be done. So that's a step not just for the turf. That would be for our athletic facilities as a whole. So we're going to see where that leads us and go from there.
And you're one of the biggest school. I mean, you're a big school. I mean, there's a lot of things on your plate with all this. So I guess you got to just kind of do it that way, right?
Yeah. Everything's got to go, through the board and get their blessing. They're the ones that make those decisions on how that money's spent, and that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah, we were talking about you this week on our State Line Sports Hour show on Saturday morning. We had Todd Zimmerman on from Jefferson, and he said that you need to get boys volleyball out there. I'm sure with the way things are going, that's probably the least thing on your mind right now.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about that, but I know at the last AD meeting, they're getting close to enough teams, I believe, to create a conference, to make it a conference sport. So I'm sure, if we have an interest in that, we get enough kids that would be interested in that, that would be something that could possibly become a sport here in the future. We're always looking to give our kids opportunities to do things that are of interest to them outside the academic day.
The IHSA right now is going through a lot of things with a proposal possibly for a public-private tournaments. They're going through some lawsuits with people and stuff like that. How does that come down to an athletic director? Or you just have to worry about your business and let them take care of that for now?
Yeah, I think so. You try to stay in touch with what's going on, just so you can inform the people that need to know that stuff. But yeah, I think you gotta kind of let them deal with that.
You've been an assistant principal at Hononegah for a while, but will you be more involved with the kids now, especially the athletic kids, as you work with all these teams now? Yeah,
that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to in this job is those relationships with those student athletes and the coaches and the parents. Like I said, it's always been an important part of my life, and I'm looking really forward to that again.
And you look at the Hononegah Indians, I mean, it's just a great program out there. A lot of people out there support you guys, and it's got to be a fun thing to be at such a positive situation like that.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, our athletic programs do bring a lot of pride to the school, and like I said before, the kids buy into school more when they're involved in things outside the day, and our coaches do a great job of promoting the good things that you also learn from sports, and such as character and teamwork and those types of things. So it's just an all-around good thing.
I always ask a new AD if they give a picture to their family so they can remember what you looked like, because when you take that job, you're gone a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I'm used to that, working the long hours. I know these are going to be a little more with more supervisions, but ever since I got into education, I was either coaching or supervising events. So my wife's kind of used to that. So I think we'll be okay on that end.
And it just got to be nice to be with the kids. I've always enjoyed that, and I know that's why a lot of educators and athletic directors are involved, is to make the kids something nice for them.
Sure. I mean, that's what it's all about for me as well. Everything we do here is trying to be for the success of the kids, whether in the classroom or out on the fields.
Well, we want to thank you for taking some time. I know you're very busy, and we always enjoy coming out to Hononegah. They always take good care of us out there, and good luck in this first year, and we hope that everything goes smoothly for you.
All right, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
We've been talking to Steve Cofoid, the new athletic director at Hononegah. For the StatelineSportsHub.com, I'm Dave Schmidt. I'm Dave Schmidt.